right, here we go. We'll call this committee of the whole meeting to order on August 26th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Does anybody like to speak under public participation this evening? Okay, for the record, there is no public participation. Next item on the agenda is the oath of office for Corporal Patrick Hoban. Patrick?
Hello there.
Hello, John.
Please raise your right hand. Say aye.
I,
Your name.
Patrick Hoban,
Repeat after me. Have been appointed
have been appointed
to the office of corporal
to the officer corporal
in the city of Lincoln,
in the city of Lincoln,
County of Logan.
county of Logan.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
I'll support the Constitution
that I'll support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of Illinois.
of the state of Illinois.
And I'll faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of corporal
of the officer corporal
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Pat.
Thank you, John.
Oh. You got to sign your life away, Harry.
That's just so you can get paid.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on to item number 5 on the agenda. This is the Economic Development Commission grant approval. If you looked in your packet, you will see that Ms. Matoko provided a memorandum to us regarding a structural improvement grant for Sam Redding at 123 North Kickapoo Street. The purpose was for tuck pointing. The amount requested was $6,500, and the commission approved this to move forward to the council. Is there any questions regarding this? Place this on the regular agenda? Okay, we'll place item number 5 on the regular agenda. Okay, next up is item number 6, advise and consent to the mayoral appointment of Kathy Williams to the Economic Development Commission. Place this on the regular agenda? Okay. Next item is the advise and consent to the mayoral appointment of Richard Hofel to the Liquor Commission. Any comments or discussion? Place on the regular agenda? Okay. We will place item number 7 on the regular agenda. I've got a walk-on, and since we're talking about advise and consent, I'd also like to add the advise and consent to the mayoral appointment of Hannah Meese to the Historic Preservation Commission. Out of 7 members, we are down to 2 on that commission, and I've been working with Ms. Metalco to get those seats filled. And I did have a sit down, meet and greet with Hannah today, and I think she'd be a good fit for that. So I'd like to add her to the regular agenda for next week if there's no concerns. Meese, M-E-E-C-E. I can forward you the email on that one as well. Historic Preservation Commission, yes. Okay, we'll place that on the regular agenda. Okay, next is the renewal of certificate of deposit of the general fund. Treasurer Conzo.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a 6-month CD that has about to mature actually on the 3rd of September. I was given a quotation on renewal rates, which are higher than they tend to be if you're starting out with a new CD. United Community Bank is willing to renew that for 6 months at 4.1%, or 3 months at that amount, or 3.9% for 9 months, which I would not recommend. I would take the higher interest rate for the shorter term. And what we would do, you'd be voting on this on Tuesday. Monday's Labor Day, so it will be a meeting next week, and then we would complete the paperwork the following day. So what I need to know is from you is if this were Tuesday night, would you be, and it is Tuesday, if this were next Tuesday night, would you be agreeable to renewing this at 6 months at 4.1%?
Okay,
Put that on the regular agenda.
okay. We'll place that item on the regular agenda then.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code. Is that Walt or John? Walt?
This is one of the, we had a few of these several months ago. It's an old project that was, Miss Bateman, do you remember what year it was from?
It's 2009.
Yeah, they're just
All
trying.
not here.
Yeah, they're just trying to close out the program to balance out our MFT accounts. So it's not going to cost us anything. It's just a matter of getting all the documents signed and everything else so they can close out the project.
But with that, we have to do this resolution.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Landers? Okay, place this on the regular agenda. Okay, we'll place that item on the regular agenda. And the next item is oil and chip bid for 2025 approval. Mr. Landers?
We don't have anything in the packet tonight because the bid opening is tomorrow. So we will bring the bid tab information back to you on Monday so it can get approved, so we can move forward with, or Tuesday, so we can move forward with the project. As soon as we get it put together, we'll send it out.
Okay, so if the council's amenable, we'll put it on the regular agenda. But when they send information out, please make sure you review it and ask any questions before next week's meeting.
How will the agenda item be reflected?
Approval of the bid.
Just approval of the bid? Okay, just kind of keep it general. All right.
We didn't want to push it back to another cow
Right.
because all that's going to do is delay the work.
Okay, so we'll place that on the regular agenda for next week as well. Okay, that brings us down to announcements. The only announcement that I wrote down here was a kind of an overview or a recap of Balloons Over 66. I think it'd probably be best if we let Kevin and Peggy give their overview since they were kind of in the trenches all weekend with it. So, Mr. Bateman, want to give us an
We're tired.
beyond your tired?
It was, the event speaks for itself. If you weren't downtown Saturday night, it was absolutely the largest crowd ever seen in downtown Lincoln. So it was, but we pushed through it. We had a little hiccup Friday morning, not of our doing, but we got it going, and Mrs. Bateman survived her first barbecue competition as the runner person. It was a great event, so.
Yep.
I just want to say, and I won't mention the gentleman's name, Sunday morning when we came back up here to clean up, one, we were amazed. All the beer cans, well, not all beer cans, they were soda cans too, sitting there where the band was playing when we left, was all cleaned up. when we came up Sunday morning. We don't know if somebody decided they wanted to recycle some cans and took them, but thank you, whoever that did that. We have no idea who did it, but thank you, whatever you did. But then later, a gentleman came up and he wanted to help us clean up and put away, and he was doing community service. And he came to us, and he did all the heavy lifting because he was a lot younger. And but I thank him very much for that.
I tried to reach out today to find
I've-
out his name.
I've got it. But I don't.
It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, because some cables are extremely heavy, and we were all exhausted, and he just showed up on his own. So those are the kind of volunteers we need. I have to say, we have a lot of leftover T-shirts that we spent a lot of money on because most of our volunteers, I want to thank Dennis and Steve, they got their shirts, but most of our volunteers were no-shows. So Peggy and I were downtown from 4 a.m. Friday to past midnight Friday night, and 4 a.m.
Seven.
Saturday till past midnight Saturday night, and back uptown at 7 a.m. Sunday morning. Streets were open and clean and done by, I think it was 10 a.m. I had to go home and get my tractor with the bucket on it. There was that much trash, but we got her taken care of.
Yeah, that rollback was totally full, and there was 30 toters, regular trash toters. It was
30-yard
full.
rollback full of trash and 30 toters full of trash.
So we filled the landfill.
It was a good deal. So worked out good. So record number of dogs this year. I was surprised how many dock dogs showed up. And most of them stayed out. Hampton Inn was sold out. That's the only hotel I deal with. I know Hampton Inn was sold out. So.
Yeah, the balloons, Open Arms was packed, more Saturday than Friday, and that's pretty standard. Even though they didn't get to even set up because of the winds Saturday, a lot of people still was able to walk around, talk to the pilots, get in the baskets, because they were still running the burners, doing a candlestick glow. So I think it was a pretty good event, and, you know, there's a lot of people involved, but the committee, I think it's worth mentioning, you know, Kevin and Peggy are on the committee, and Krista Hoban, and Jennifer Prather, Seth Goodman, his parents, Gaynor and Scott, Marcia Cook. I know Larry from Open Arms was in there, did a phenomenal job. I mean, Lincoln should be very grateful to that group of people for what they did. The town was just extremely busy. But I think it's also worth mentioning, thank you to the chief, Joe, for your department with the traffic control, the pattern that you put together, and you put a lot of time into it working with the committee. You know, it paid off. It was much better than last year. And I don't know what involvement the fire department had. I know Streets and Alleys had a involvement with the signage and getting that all laid out. So it took a village of people to get it to where it was. There's going to be feedback that comes up. I didn't hear a lot of bad feedback. No major incidents. And then I think it's worth mentioning the one pilot Sunday morning. People might have heard that there was a pilot that actually ended up in Decatur. Took off from Lincoln at 7 a.m. and ended up in Decatur and ran out of fuel. And that's what happened. And Seth's done a very good job of putting it on the news, but he just simply couldn't get a landing spot out in that area. He's a veteran pilot, and I'm sure if he had a landing spot to get, he would have put it down, but he just ran out of fuel. But no damage. He's safe. He didn't have people in the basket with him. And, you know, he lived to tell another story for another day. So, you know, God was looking after him that day. So overall, great event. Thank you to those who made it happen. We appreciate it. Okay. I do not have any other announcements. Are there announcements from anybody else? Okay. If there is not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Alderman Clemmons made the motion. Alderman Parrott second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. This meeting is adjourned at 6:15 p.m.